Hello, beautiful ones and crafting friends. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. This is RJ, your thrifty crafter. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today I'm here to share with you a fancy fold card for this Monday. Um, a big shout out again to Glenda and Leanne for sharing their creations on the fancy folds. I thank you so much. I love you guys' creativity. Today I'm here to share with you a tutorial on a card that I found on YouTube by a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator by the name of Linda Baldwin. I'll leave her link in the description. This is the card that she made her tutorial for, and this is an A2 size card. This is the smaller version. This is the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so you guys know me. I like to make them a little bit bigger. So we're going to make that card today. So what you're going to need to get started, I have a color scheme. So mine's is blue, white, and black. So I will give you options doing this. So, but for mine's, what I did is that I have a base that I cut to 5 by 6 1/2, and then I cut a white layer at 4 3/4 by 6 1/4, and that's going to go something like this. But we're not finished yet, so let's get the rest of our measurements. So then we're going to have our next piece, and this is another part of your base. So you have your first base is the blue. You guys, I started out with black as my base, but it seemed to be a little bit too heavy, and I wanted to go with the colors that I'm going with. So there is a little difference in there, so you'll see that. But so you have your base at 5 by 6 1/2. Then you have your inside layer. This is for your writing, your message, and this is 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. And then you have your next piece, which I chose was black, and this piece is 3 1/2 by 6 3/4. And you're going to do it on the long side, and you're going to score it at 6 1/4, and that'll give you a 1/2 inch flap. Now with that, this is going to make the flap of our card. So you're going to take this piece. Hold on for a minute, you guys. I need to put some adhesive on here. And you're going to add adhesive to the front and the back of your flap. And this is to adhere to your white layer, which is your sentiment part. So you're going to take that. I have taken the adhesive off, and it kind of got unsticky, so I put some glue there. Then I have some score tape on the other end on this side. And you're going to take your white piece. Oh my gosh. Because I had pre-done these earlier. You're going to take your white piece. You're going to attach your black piece, which is your flap. This is the flap part of your card. You're going to butt it against your right side, making sure it's even. Then you're going to close it. You're going to seal it with that glue. And now it should look something like this. So that will go on top of there. So this is what I've done. So I've taken that, and hold on, you guys. I'm still having issues with my adhesive. You want to make sure that you have great adhesive on your projects. You don't want them to come apart, and definitely don't want that to happen. So I put score tape all around the perimeter and in the middle. Here's the top. And now you're going to center this on your base. This is your base. And let me try my best to do this because I cannot see with this thing in the way. Okay, that looks like about right. So you're going to center that, and that makes the beginnings of your card. Where's my, I got glue stains on here, so let me get those off. Okay, so that's what you got so far. Now we need to layer this flap here that we've created. You need to layer that. So you have two options. I added another layer in between before I added my next layer as my decorative paper. Or this is actually an embossing folder that I use to create this pattern, and so that goes right there. So let me give you the measurements for that. So the white piece is 3 by 5. Oh no, I'm sorry, you guys. I take that back. Hold on. My directions are kind of screwed up over here. Okay, so once you add your flap, your flap measures. Pull out the handy dandy ruler. This measures 3.5 by 6 1/4. So you're going to cut your next piece of paper to what did I do? 3 1/4 by 6. That's your white layer. And then your pattern paper or whatever you want to do with the next layer. That one is 3 1/8 by 5 7/8. And so you're going to adhere those two layers. So here's your first one. This is the white layer. Then you're going to adhere your designer series paper, your emboss piece, whatever you decide to do with this piece, that's up to you. Now, tell you, when you run this these things through the embossing folder, the impression that these dies give, it can sometimes be very difficult to try to get this paper to come up off of there, but it does come off. So please forgive me while I try to do my best to get this off. I tell you, when you do videos live or recording them, everything seems to go wrong. Well, so I'm almost done, you guys. So I have been working on my next projects for the next season that we have coming, which is St. Patrick's Day. So I have been pulling out my digi images from some of the sites that I have found that sells St. Patrick's Day stuff to share with you guys as well. I'll do that in another video when I have a moment. I'm telling you guys, when you're doing a video, anything wrong can't go wrong. But I'm almost done. The hard part is almost over with. It's taking the score tape off of here once you run it through that embossing folder. So here's my piece, and I need to center this, so please bear with me while I try to straighten this out. It's so hard to, you can't see from this angle. Okay, so we have that. And now, these two pieces you have here, we're going on top of the flap here. Now this will be easier. It doesn't, I didn't run it through the embossing machine, embossing folder, so this one will come out fairly quickly. And now that goes on top right here. Let me get that right. Looks good, looks good. And adhere. Now we need to make our panel. So for our panel, our black piece, which I use as our base, is 3.5 by 5.5. And then I added another layer, so my next piece would be the next piece of layers on top of that is 3.25 by 5. And I embossed this with another Cuttlebug embossing folders, and this has like those little Valentine's candies that had a little messages on them. So we have that there, and we're almost done. I also cut another piece of white cardstock to use as my sentiment, or to add where I can add my sentiment or add designer series paper or your sentiment on. So let me show you with that one. Hold on, I gotta get this doggone tape off of here, guys. See how it's just a mess trying to get it off. And this is I get my washi tape from this place called Daiso. It's a Japanese owned company or business out here in California. I'm sure it's some places else. I couldn't tell you unless you checked out their sites to find out if they have a location in your area. So there we go. So now this part goes on top. And this is just another little decorative element before I add my sentiment part that I have as well. Let me try to get this to line up perfectly here. Okay. Now this part is your other panel. And here's my sentiment. Love, no act of love will, however small, is ever wasted. And I add these two little doves. It comes from another stamp set. The stamp set that I use is this one here, you guys. Let me share with you that. This one's called Hearts. Let's see, Hearts and Love, and it's by Inkadinkado. And I use that. And I use this stamp set here. This is from Fiskars, where the love and no act of love, however small, is ever wasted. And I use dots as well. Now, these two, this goes on top of there. Stash my trash right here until I finish. Okay. How good are we doing? Oh man, this one took a long time. I hate doing long videos, so try to keep them short as possible. And here's my sentiment that I have, that I placed on top. Now you have this part. Now you're going to take it and you're going to give yourself, I would say, about 1/4 of an inch on each side. And what I did, oh you guys, I really screwed up. So with your panel, on your right hand side, you're going to take some adhesive or score tape, and I screwed up here, so I need to just put it along these two sides. But I'm going to just go ahead and do it this way and be cool, be done with it. So I'm going to give myself 1/4 of an inch from the top, the left side, and the top. Oh, wait a minute. Gotta make that professional. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to do it 1/4 of an inch from the top and the bottom. Looks about perfect. And there we have it. And when you open the card up, you open it like this. You insert your message, all your little thoughts, and there you have it. Alright? So if you like this card, please like my video. Sorry for the long video. I was trying my best to make it short. Thanks so much, you guys. As always in party, I wish you peace, love, and blessings. Until our next time, take care. Bye for now.